bells. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. I want to talk about a reading I did on Kada Scott. Okay. Um they they have arrested a male, and I was watching the news. They have arrested a male, and they're looking for a vehicle. Okay, they're looking for a vehicle. Um, and the vehicle is gray. Now, what bothers me about this case, this video is for entertainment purposes. I have to say that, you guys. Okay. I described him. I also said the date. I think I said it in my first video. I said the 15th. Yesterday was the 14th. Today's the 15th. Okay. Go back to my videos. I said the 15th. Okay. I said many dates, and one of the dates was the 15th. Okay. So I'm glad that they got a suspect. Now, is there more people involved? I believe yes. Okay. I also believe so what makes me mad about this? I'm happy that they found somebody involved with her, with Kada Scott. But what bothers me is this man that they got, right? He had prior charges, you guys. Okay, prior charges. And this is why I say that the family, once they find where she's at, and I pray she is alive. I pray that the video I did, that's not the outcome. I pray that they will find her alive. I do pray that that happens. It's interesting because I'm right by a church, my friends, and the bells are about to go off. They go off every hour. Okay, so I think they just, when I got out my car, they were going. They still ring the bells, okay, which I love that. Um, so with the bell ringing, it gives me hope, right? We have to have hope out here. But what bothers me is he had prior charges, okay? And when I seen the dove with the lover's card, um, the dove and the rejection and the narcissism, the domestic violence. He had a history of domestic violence. I mean, he kidnapped another girl. And they just let him go. Okay. Let him go. Now they said that he did not show up to court. But it doesn't matter if he didn't show up to court. Okay. If they have evidence, they could still charge somebody. Okay. I'm just saying. And if they would have locked him up, he would have probably be in jail right now. Because obviously he has done this before. If you go to my videos, I think I said that he has done this before, but it's interesting with the two doves. So I wonder if I don't even say that, but so he kidnapped another girl, he abused another girl. It was a domestic violence situation, which is the same energy that I was pulling. And so what makes me mad is whoever dropped those charges, okay, on the previous girl or the previous girls, it makes me mad. It makes me mad because if he was arrested and he has this criminal record of doing this, his ass should be in jail. Okay, the laws when it comes to certain things are not tough. They should be tougher. Okay, even though the girl didn't show up, she might have been scared not to show up. Okay, some girls that have been abused, they're scared to show up for court. Okay, so they should have went through with the charges if they had evidence, which I'm pretty sure they did. They should have went through with the charges and charged him. Okay, remember I said a black male. I said two black males actually. I said A light-skinned male and a dark-skinned male with dreads or braids. And he has dreads. Okay. And I said a gray, no, I said a black car. Okay. A black car. That's what I said. Um, I'm trying to remember everything I said in that video. Sometimes when I go into my videos, I go into like a trance. Okay. So my thing is they're looking for her. I hope they find her. I hope her family gets peace and closure, because they deserve that. Okay. What else bothers me is the when she first went missing, they were like she voluntarily went missing. I noticed they do this a lot when I've did a lot of cases. They don't take minority people serious, okay? And I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but especially black women and Hispanic women, you have to be an advocate, okay? Family members have to be an advocate for their families, okay? Because if you're not an advocate for your family or a voice for your family, nobody's going to be a voice for your family but you, okay? So you have to be the biggest advocate. And I don't think they should have said voluntarily. I mean, obviously, they should have known she didn't have her phone. She was at her workplace. So right there would have gave, like, my radars would have went up, okay? Red flag, okay? I'm not a detective. I'm just a psychic, okay? But that right there would have been like, okay, we need to get on this case. We need to start looking at what we have and where we should go from here. I'm not saying that they failed her. Because the police officers are doing the best that they can with this case. I just feel like when they said she voluntarily disappeared, I didn't believe that, not one bit. Not in today's society where everybody has to have their phones. I'm going to pull the energy on her later to see if I can see anything. And also remember that card that kept coming out. Now I understand why that card was coming out. I kept getting road. Remember, I kept getting the road card, the road, ROAD, and I couldn't understand why I was getting the road card, and it's because, and remember, I said there was a lot of movement with her. That's why I was getting the road card, okay? Because I kept, if you watch part 1 and part 2, I'm going to do a part 3 when I get to the house. And I want to just pull the energy. I just want to sit there for a minute and just sit on the energy, okay? And that's what I wanted to do in the beginning, was sit on the energy, okay? It's interesting because I pay attention to everything, you guys. I may seem like I don't, but I do, okay? They're looking for a gray vehicle, and quite interesting, okay? A gray vehicle pulled up beside me, but I seen a black vehicle, okay? That's what I seen, okay? The vehicle, they said, was obviously gray, but I seen black. And then if you look in that one card where it says egotism, it had that gray color to it, okay? It had that grayish black, okay? So they're looking for a vehicle throughout the city of Philly. They said he was, they caught him on camera. There's cameras everywhere, you guys, okay? So they're looking for the vehicle. So I don't know. I just want to sit on the energy and channel the energy, because the road, okay, that card kept coming out repeatedly, okay? The road card, okay? So when I was getting from her energy was movement, okay? A lot of movement, too much movement, okay? So that means they were covering their tracks, and I still don't feel like it's just one person, okay? I believe they're looking for another masculine, okay? This masculine is light skin, okay? Now some of you guys have put in my comments, I got emails that some things pertain in the case, okay? I have psychics that reached out to me and told me what they seen. And they were like, Jen, you're good. You got a lot of information. and then they were giving me information that that the energy they were pulling. Okay, so it's good that we have people that are talking about this. It's good that we have psychics pulling this energy, and I'm glad that they got to the point where what's this? I'm glad that they got to the point where they at least found one suspect, right? But I feel there's two. I also feel there's a female. The female is my complexion. So that would be three people involved in this. Okay? And obviously she didn't want to be with this man. And I told you the description of what he looked like, and when they showed the picture, I couldn't believe it. I said, God damn. I said he had braids or he had dreads. He was dark skinned, and don't you know, he was all that. And I got to go back to the videos because I even said the age of the people that were involved. Okay, so I got to go back and replay the videos and look at it and write down everything that I said and that that I'm seeing. Okay. So the road card. So let's go back to the road card. Okay. So the police are doing the best that they can, you guys. They really are. They're doing the best that they can on this case. I feel though, whoever was supposed to prosecute him in court, and didn't go through with the charges because he had domestic violence. And obviously, if you have domestic violence, there is some evidence, and I feel like there is evidence there in the past. Okay, what concerns me is the road card and the dove. Okay, because remember the lovers card, there was two doves. Okay, two doves, not one dove, but two doves. Okay, so that's very concerning for me. Okay, and I said in my video that I felt like he has done this before. I feel like they do got the right person. I'm going to look into this more energy more because that's the person I've seen. Literally, the FBI got involved on this case too. Yes, they did. And I'm so glad that FBI got involved in this case because I believe, I'm not saying that the Philadelphia Police Department wouldn't have got this far, but with the FBI's help, it speed the process up, right? And they're doing a good job. Okay, I'm not saying they're not doing I'm not saying they're doing a bad job. They're doing a good job. Okay. People are still sending me love. Yesterday was my another year around the sun, the moon, the earth. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm glad that they got one suspect, but I feel like they're looking for I feel like there's three, you guys. I still get that energy. Okay, the energy is still sitting with me, but that road card is very concerning because remember that road card kept coming out. So, and I remember I said, you guys, why is this road card coming out? Right? I couldn't understand that why that road card was coming out, but I knew there was a lot of movement because remember we got the horse. We got like the horse was showing movement. We had the what card was that? There was another card that was showing movement. We had the horses, and there was another card. I'm trying to think what card that was in that deck that showed me movement. Okay, so there was definitely movement. Okay, now they said that the homicide department is involved in it now. Okay, so I want to pick up on the energy if he's going to talk or he's not going to talk. Obviously they have some evidence to arrest him. So I feel like, I mean, if he takes a plea, then he can tell on the rest of them. Okay, if he doesn't take a plea, then obviously he's going to be charged regardless. Okay, because he has done this in the past, and he would have continued doing this. But I don't feel like he did this alone. Okay, I don't get that energy, you guys. Okay, I still feel like there is another male, light skin, and I also feel like there is a female involved. Okay, Remember I said there's a female, she was my complexion, she's involved too. So they're really looking for two other people, okay? And many other people know, okay? That's why I said, and that celebrity card came out. Um, so I think we're gonna get more information, and I'm gonna pull some more of this energy later. I just want to sit with it for a while and see what I can like pick up. Um, And now I understand why that road card kept coming out. The road. Because she was trying to say that there's movement. Okay. A lot of movement. Okay. Now I understand. Okay. So I'm glad that yes, there's more people involved, I believe. Basically they're looking for her, which I'm happy. I pray that they do find her. I hope the outcome is a good outcome for the family. I truly do, because there's a lot of people um, that are, this happens to, and the outcome is not a good outcome. Okay, you can go back to my videos and you can watch part 1 and part 2, and it will explain everything all the energy that I was pulling from her. So I pray that they do find her. Um, and if anybody has any information, they need to come forward. If they don't come forward, they should be charged for like delaying, because I do see delays here. Okay. I feel like people like they're delaying it. Okay. So they won't be arrested and they all won't be charged. Okay. This is so sad, you guys. So you got to know who you're dealing with out here. Okay. So I will pull the energy later, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Yes, a lot of people have reached out to me on this case. They have emailed me. Um, they emailed me. They told me what they got, and they were like, Jen, you got a lot of information to help the police. I even reached out to the mother. Like I told you guys, I did speak to the mother. Um, I spoke to the mother a couple days ago, and I did speak to the tip line. Okay, I described what I seen. I described what I was picking up. They took the information and they went from there. Okay, so I'm glad that they found somebody, and now they'll be going in the right direction, hopefully. Okay, so um I pray that she's found, and I will be back on with another video on her energy, because I just want to sit on her energy for a while. I don't know why. I just need to sit on it. Okay. Um, and I'm so glad that people came together, because this could be your child, this could be your daughter, this could be your sister, this could be you. You know what I mean? You never know. Like you can get in a situation and not even know. But I feel like there's more people involved in this. Okay, and I feel like the information that we got today, I'm glad we got the information. I feel like this is just the beginning of the information. There's more information going to come out. Okay. All right, you guys. This is Jennifer Felix. Thank you guys for joining me. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.